Good morning, Mr. Berger. This is Jana Hidden, and I'm showing you my Chapter 5 mini projects. The first one I'm going to do is 5.8, number 1 here, 5.8, and it's the original tax one that's on page 188. I called it the original 13 tax because it uses the original system. And let me show you a few things. I'm entering the income and then telling the tax, and so it's getting this method, calling the get tax method, which is right here below. And for this one, I went ahead and did it to where, like, if it's over 50,000, the first 50,000 is taxed at this rate, and then the rest is taxed at this rate. And so, like, if you have $250,000, take away 100,000 of that, and that's taxed at 4%, and then this part's taxed at this part, and this part at this part, and so forth. So you're not having a straight like 5% tax. It's just on the amounts, because it says like 1% on the first 50,000, 2% on the amount over 50,000 up to 75,000, and 5% on the amount over 250,000 up to 500,000. So I went ahead on this one. Now, I didn't do it on my project, but I did do it on this one to separate it out and try to do it a little more fairly than 5% on the whole 500,000. Of course, my husband said that if somebody made 500,000, they could afford 5% on the whole 500,000. But anyway, they would probably beg to differ. So I'm going to run this. Give you a couple of scenarios. Let's see. So I'm going to get 45,000, and the income tax is $450. That's the 1% on the first 50,000. Run it again, and over 50,000 up to 75,000. So I'm going to put 60,000. And the tax is $700. If it was a straight 2%, I think the tax would be like $1,200 or something like that. Okay. I'll run it again. So 99,172, and it goes through a different computation to get that. So anyway, that's that program. So that's number 1. Go ahead, close this out. Close this out. So 5.8 was my first one. My second one I did was 5.2. And this is the card. Okay, so I'm going to enter a 7 of clubs. 7C, so it comes up 7 of clubs. Run it again. Let's do a Q9. No, wait, I'm sorry. Q of hearts. And then so it says that is Queen of Hearts. Run it again. I'm going to put in something that's not right. I'm going to put in a PW. P of unknown. I couldn't get it to it. I did get the unknown in there, so it does know that that's not known. Let's see, I'll do a J and a D. Jack of diamonds. Okie dokie. So that's program 5.2, page 187. That's the card notation, and that is my second, number 2 program. And my computer's freezing up. Okay. my third one, let's look at 511. The seasons one. Okay, this is my third one, number 3. It's 5.11 on page 189. And I'm just going to run it. Oh, here's the code. You enter a numeric month and enter a numeric day. And then it starts getting the seasons just by the month. And then down here, it changes the season based on it being the third month and the day being greater than the 21st. And so it runs that. So I'm going to put in some dates. Okay, so numeric month, I'm going to put 12 for December. The numeric day of the month is 23. So, okay, 12 here says it should be fall. But then, since the day is greater than 21, it should be winter. Or else season winter. Let's see. So let's see what it does. Okay, 12/23. The season for 12/23 is winter. Now let's see, just a few days before that, we got December, and I'll put 15. And so the season for December 15th is fall. That doesn't sound right, but I'm sure it is. I always think winter starts earlier than December, but anyway, it feels like it anyway. So I'm going to do the same for June, and I'll go to the 12th because that should be spring. Okay, so the season for 6/12 is spring, and I will do 6 numeric day of the month. I'll say 27. See, that should be summer. Okay, the season for 6/27 is summer. And I think the way, let's see. So that's that program. Okay, so that was, sorry about the page turning and the pauses here. So that was my third project, mini project. Then we're going to 5.4 and 5.5. I had named this because I was going to do them both together, but it's really just 5.4, and then there's 5.5. So 5.4 is I didn't put the, it's 5. This one's 5.4, and I'll let you look at the, we've got enter the grade, you entering a letter grade, and then it's going to give you a GPA because this is what calls the method, and here's the GPA method, and it's takes the letter grades that they give and breaks them down to GPA. So, and if you, let's run that. Okay, I'm going to do an A plus. Oops. Oh, A equals. That's why. Okay, so anything that's not in the range is going to be a 0. Your GPA is 0. And the reason this one, it says A equals, I didn't shift right. So let's run that again, because I was doing A plus. There we go. Your GPA is 4.0 because I just went that was the highest that you could get. Let's enter a C minus. And so I had the little letter there, but it ignores the case. Okay, so your GPA, if you have a C minus, your GPA is a 1.7. So that's kind of how that works. Let's see here, a letter grade. F is just going to come up 0 because after D, it just says else. Anything else is a 0. So that includes the F's, that includes the mistypes, different things like that. Okay, so that was my letter grade 5.4, and that was my fourth one. So here's my fifth one, fifth and final. I know you're getting tired of hearing me. Here's it's 5.5 on page 188, and it's kind of the same as before, just reversed. You enter a GPA, and it comes up with the letter grade, and here's where it calls for the method, and the method's here, and then it returns the grade. So, and I just broke it up here I didn't do an A minus on here. I just, if it was over 4.15, you got an A plus. If it's anything over equal to or over 4, that's an A. And then I went and broke it down further from there. On the B's, C's, and D's, it broke it up to plus, regular, and then minus. And anything else is F. So let's run it. Enter GPA, I like the 4.0. So you get an A. Run it again. I'm going to say 1.75. And then I got a C minus. So anything greater than or equal to 1.7, between 2 and 1.7. So there, let's see here. And then I'll enter a GPA of 0.25. And then it's a failing, because anything under a 0.7 is going to give you a failing grade. Okay, well there was my 5 mini projects, and this is finally done, and I'm sorry it took so long, but there you have it. I'm going to hit done.